I'm Faith. I have a Ivy League PhD, but I've been working a job in retail for the past year and a half. It's not clickbait, it's real life. I graduated in May 2024. It's now March 2026, and I've not been able to find a job in my field since then. I'm grateful to have my retail job, but it's not what I sacrificed all those years in school for, my 20s, working so hard for. I'm not the only person that's going through this, so I wanted to document the journey that I'm going to go on, or still am going on, in this process. In the beginning, I felt like eventually it would happen. I would get a job, and as time went on, I started to become more like hopeless and more in despair. I would just beg God to give me a job. And it's funny because I used to not even really want a job at all. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. That's why I did my PhD. And I even spent the last year of my PhD working on a company that ended up not getting funded. So I've just had so many disappointments, disappointments after disappointments. And even with the interviews, I'll go through 3 rounds of interviews and get ghosted. I've just been having a disappointing time back to back to back. And I've decided to change my perspective on how I view the season that I'm in. I am no longer going to complain internally because I feel like I'm not an outward complainer. I try to be a positive person. I'm also really private, so I don't go around telling everyone my whole situation. But I inwardly will complain or just wonder why, and just not control my thoughts, which is not good. But I've stopped that with this past new year. I've felt a sense of renewed hope. I just wanted to encourage you that if you are going through the same thing, that it's not going to last forever. This is someone who is actively in this position. I went to work yesterday. I'm in it. I'm in the trenches right now. I don't want to say the trenches because I have a job, but the job market is the trenches, honestly. And so I just want to encourage you that it truly is a season that is going to pass. I truly believe that from the bottom of my heart. And I believe the Bible to be true. It says that in Ecclesiastes 3 that to everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck what is planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up, a time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, a time to dance, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones, a time to brace, a time to refrain from embracing, a time to gain, a time to lose, a time to keep, a time to throw away, a time to tear, a time to sow, and a time to keep silence, and a time to speak, a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. I feel now, in this season, I know it's such a Christian-y saying, but in this time, waiting, this is the time to sow. It's time to build those skills, prepare for what's to come. So for me, that means utilizing this season, taking it to my advantage, and not dreading it so much. I feel throughout whatever season you're in, before for me it was my PhD, I was constant oh my god, when is this going to be over? It was not fun. I lived in a place I did not want to live in, far away from friends and family, and I was counting down the days oh my god, I'm so happy this be over, just for this to happen. It's just crazy, and that is a whole other disappointment in itself. But I need to change my mindset and actually use this time. I have the time to work on things that I've been putting off. I think before I was I want to do all these things, but let me get a job first. Even if I had a job, would I even have that much free time as I do now, working retail in this stress-free environment? I mean, people are crazy, so they're going to stress you out a little bit here and there. But I don't know. I think you get what I'm trying to say, so I'm going to stop explaining that point. But utilize this time to your advantage. Whatever you've been putting off, whatever you're saying, I'll do this after this, do it now. Start preparing for what's next and walking in faith. And I did not mean to say a play on my name. I literally hate when people make jokes about my name, or oh, I have faith in you, Faith. It's so annoying. But truly walk in faith, walk in your purpose now instead of waiting till later. So for me, something I've been putting off, and I wanted to hold myself accountable by making this video, is that I want to make a YouTube channel. Vlogging outside of that, documenting my journey, which I'll show, but it would be based off the expertise I gained in my PhD. So women's health, making women's health educational videos so that all women can be experts in their own health is what I want to do. And so that's one of my goals. And then Substack is one of my goals. I have time. Like, why am I not doing that? Doesn't make any sense. Like, why am I not doing it? And I'm sure there's something you could be like, okay, I should be doing this. And so we're going to be doing it now. And I also need to build like a whole life reset. I've had different changes in my life that have just threw off my routine. I need to rebuild my routine, rebuild my discipline. I'm going to be trying to do that. I'm not doing like 75 hard, 75. I can't. That's not for me. So I'm going to think of something else that I know that is sustainable for me to get back into that routine of, I don't know, in every way, not just like physically, health-wise, but actually like spiritually build myself up again. I feel like I'm one of those people that whenever I'm going through a tough time, I stray from God. I don't draw closer. Usually tough times people draw closer to God. But I'm like, well, dang, like why am I going through this? I did everything I was supposed to do. You know, that's how I feel. I get like offended that I'm going through stuff. But honestly, if you are a Christian, then you know this is like a part of it. We're supposed to become more and more like Jesus in the sense of our lifestyles and how we treat others and how we live our life. And there's a pruning process with that. Anyways, I'm really not trying to cry on the internet, but there's like a pruning process with that. And I hate that, but it just has to happen. And maybe later I'll see the point in all this. Right now I don't, but that part doesn't even matter. Like I used to try to reason why it was happening. Oh, maybe it was my fault because I didn't spend the last year of my PhD looking for a job. I was trying to start a company, which I'm never going to have a regret with that. If you have the opportunity, why not do it? If I didn't do it, I would regret it. But it's always trying to understand why. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm cursed. I know that sounds dramatic, but I literally thought that and was praying and fasting, trying to break anything off of me that might have been generational or anything happening to me spiritually causing this. I've done everything that I could do on my end. And yeah, so it's unfortunate, but it's not going to last forever. And so I wanted to encourage you to encourage yourself. Like, if you're having bad thoughts about your situation, change it. If you're speaking negatively about your situation, change the way you talk about yourself. If you believe the Bible is true, then you should be saying scriptures over yourself because those things are going to come to pass, right? Encourage yourself. You can do this. It's not going to last forever. You can get through this. And I truly believe it. As someone that's in this right now, like, I'm not telling you this is what happened. I'm living in my fancy shop. Like, no. Hopefully this is encouraging to you, and I'll see you in the next video.